Nike just released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe logo in her eye. And as you know, Kobe's nickname was the Black Mamba. I just felt like across the board, this commercial was a 10 for 10. And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But
Nike finally gave Caitlin Clark the spotlight fans had been waiting for, releasing a commercial tied to her new Kobe Player Edition sneakers. What looked like a snake eye in the ad was actually the Kobe logo hidden in her eye, a clever tribute to the Black Mamba legacy. The commercial immediately sparked excitement online, but the real shock came when the shoes disappeared almost instantly. After months of criticism that Nike wasn't promoting Clark enough, this launch felt like a statement, and fans responded in a massive way.
So Caitlin Clark's signature PE Kobe Bryant shoes came out today. Now, news is coming out that the shoes, like I stated, was sold out in about 10 minutes. With all that being said, man, I ain't wasting no time. Let's head on over to X, pull it up right now. Now we do know Caitlin Clark Nike commercial dropped yesterday as well, and a lot of people probably didn't know this, but it was a reason why that Nike commercial dropped yesterday when it dropped, because it was to go coincide with these signature Kobe PE shoes that came out. Now,
the sneaker release quickly turned into one of the hottest stories in sports. Reports suggested Caitlin Clark's Kobe PE shoes sold out within minutes, creating a frenzy among fans and collectors. Many connected the timing of Nike's commercial directly to the launch strategy, arguing that the company finally recognized Clark's enormous market power. What stood out wasn't just the demand for the product, but the realization that Nike may have underestimated how influential Clark had already become across basketball and sports culture.
In incredibly surprising news, Nike has decided to push the button on Caitlin Clark in a way that I think represents an increase from anything that they've done thus far. We've, followed on the channel for quite a while about the lack of promotion, the lack of merchandise, the lack of everything kind of for, Nike support of, presumably their most valuable athlete right now.
For over a year, fans questioned why Nike seemed slow to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's popularity. Despite record-breaking ratings, sold-out arenas, and constant media attention, Clark's presence in Nike campaigns appeared limited. This latest commercial signaled a major shift. By linking her to the iconic Kobe brand, Nike wasn't simply promoting a shoe, it was positioning Clark alongside one of basketball's most respected legacies. For many supporters, it felt like long overdue recognition.
We've been waiting now for how long to get something from Nike on Caitlin Clark? How long has it been? Has it been a year, a full year, for us to get something on Caitlin Clark that is specific to Caitlin Clark? And they do it hand in hand with the drop of the new sneaker that she has, for which I'm going to include in this conversation, because let's be real. Nike has dropped the ball incredibly when it comes to anything and everything related to Caitlin Clark, including...
One of the most talked about moments in the commercial was the hidden Kobe logo reflected in Clark's eye. At first glance, viewers thought it resembled a snake eye, but closer inspection revealed a tribute to Kobe Bryant's Black Mamba identity. The creative detail generated widespread discussion online and highlighted the thought behind the campaign. Fans praised Nike for finally delivering a memorable advertisement that showcased Clark as the centerpiece rather than just another athlete in a larger promotion.
We all know this was the scene yesterday. Actually, it was the Kobe Bryant logo in her eye, wasn't a snake. I thought it was a snake eye. That's hard. Shout out to CC Depress, man. No, it was Soul Retriever that caught it. Wow, everybody thought it was a snake eye. It was Kobe logo. Now, this is the post that we're talking about. Now, this came from NBC, and I'm guessing this is overseas because the date don't add up, because it's not July 1st here in the United States. It's Monday the 30th, right?
The overwhelming demand for Clark's shoes reignited debates about her impact on women's basketball. Supporters argued that she has become one of the sport's biggest attractions, consistently driving ticket sales, television ratings, and social media engagement. Critics may continue debating the level of attention she receives, but the numbers surrounding her influence are difficult to ignore. The rapid sellout became another example of how Clark's popularity extends far beyond the basketball court.
Nike finally delivers Caitlin Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlin Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA?
As the shoe launch gained momentum, stories emerged of fans lining up at stores and rushing online to secure a pair. Some reports suggested Nike's inventory was relatively limited, adding even more urgency to the release. Within hours, resale prices began climbing, proving that demand far exceeded supply. The situation raised questions about whether Nike could have produced more inventory and generated even greater revenue from one of the most anticipated basketball releases of the year.
On about, Caitlin's bigger than this. She's like, why are they doing Kobe Bryant shoes and all that? From, some people. Other people were excited about it. Like, what this represents is like Nike tying her with an already kind of iconic basketball brand, which is like their, one of their biggest brands that they have, and then rolling that into what will be her shoe later in the year that a lot of people are talking about. And these things are going to sell incredibly crazy.
Beyond the sneakers, the conversation centered on Caitlin Clark's growing role as a cultural phenomenon. Her supporters argue that she has transformed interest in women's basketball through her unique style of play, long-range shooting, and ability to attract new audiences. Whether discussing ratings, merchandise, or attendance figures, Clark's name remains at the center of many major conversations. The success of the Kobe PE release only strengthened the argument that her influence continues to expand.
I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more, and then obviously with the shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report.
Even while dealing with injuries, Clark's visibility around the league remains remarkable. Observers often point out how involved she stays from the bench, supporting teammates and remaining engaged throughout games. That leadership presence has helped shape her public image as more than just a star player. Combined with the sneaker launch and commercial success, it reinforced the perception that Clark's impact reaches beyond statistics and highlights into leadership, branding, and fan engagement.
But the Fever Star, for those who don't know, her own player edition of the Nike Kobe 5 Protro released in Fever colors. Sold out within minutes. Yes, that's right. And yeah, they had a few more available than they did for Asia Wilson's signature shoe. And I think Nike is, now that they actually have a timeline for the Caitlin Clark signature shoe, they're starting to change things up just a little bit with Caitlin Clark.
By the end of the release day, one thing was clear. Nike's gamble paid off. The commercial generated attention, the shoes sold out rapidly, and discussions about Clark dominated sports media. What started as a sneaker launch evolved into a larger conversation about her status in basketball and sports culture. Whether viewed as a rising superstar or already the face of a new era, Caitlin Clark demonstrated once again that her ability to capture public attention remains unmatched.